I am, of course, in Bradford, West Yorkshire, the first UNESCO City of Film, yes, and also the birthplace of the Brontes. As you know, Bradford is very big, so we've got Saltaire on the outskirts, you've got the Curry Mile as well on the outskirts of the city centre. We're here finding the top 10 places to go in Bradford City Centre today. So we're going to go and explore some weird and wonderful places. And I've also got the TNA, Telegraph and Argos newspaper behind me. But sadly, those offices, like many, are now closed. But the newspaper does still exist. So I'm going to get my newspaper reporter hat on and find out what's hot in Bradford City Centre. And it isn't just a curry. So, first stop, not just because we've got parking, and we ain't getting free parking to do this, but we're in Broadway. Yes, the heart of shopping in Bradford. Well, when you're nesh like me and you need to be indoors, stop the lift. Retake. And yes, oh, there's a gelato ice cream machine there. I'm thinking I might do a rate my ice cream review whilst Danny's away and not here today. So I could spend all day in Broadway. And when we're talking shopping in Bradford, there are plenty of places to go. Before we head to our next stop, Sunnybank Mills. Yes, some secret underground tunnels in Bradford where you can go for a drink, a bite to eat, or to buy something from a local trader. But before we head there, which was actually an old brewery, we must talk about shopping in Bradford because we've been to Broadway. There's tons of shops throughout the city centre. It was also the place where Lidl, the shopping centre, opened one of its first UK stores. And as we're filming this today, sadly, the store is now closing. But fortunately now there is a Greggs drive-through on the outskirts. But we're going to give you an exclusive tour of Bradford City Centre. It's not often I get excited about heading to pharmacy, but when it's the oldest pharmacy in the area, headed up by Felix. Headed up by told Felix Remington. Yes, in 1872 he set up this bad boy of a pharmacy. And it says, always preserving a Bradford heritage pharmacy since 1842. And look at all the old stuff. It's definitely worth a look around. We're now in Centenary Square. Yes, you can see Bradford City Hall behind me, as well as Bradford 2025. That is all about Bradford being the UK City of Culture in 2025. I, for one, know how important culture is to Bradford. It's got a Bradford by Night incredible music scene here, as well as, of course, Sunshine Radio and Regency Hall, headed up by my friend Raj Palmer. I was in a Bollywood show with him. But we're going to head on to City Park because I want to check out this water fountain. So the water fountain lights up at night and it's one of the largest water fountains, largest urban water features here in the UK. Now we're in the heart of Bradford. Yes, it's City Square and it's that big water feature behind me. It's making me want to go to Bog, to be honest. But this is Centenary Square. There's a good old Weatherspoons there, but more importantly, there's Alhambra Theatre there. There's Told Magistrates Court there as well. But we're going to have a look at Alhambra Theatre because it's one of my favourite theatres to go to, and they do a right good panto at Christmas time. Oh yes, it is. It is the home of pantomime. Well, it has the largest pantomime in the UK in Bradford. But it is also a city full of entertainment. Over in the city centre, there's also Tickle's Music Hall. Now, the building is iconic. It dates back to 1870 something, but it was reopened in 1980s by a local entrepreneur who wanted to start Tickle's Music Hall, so an old school music hall for people of all ages and genres. And now it does lots of tribute nights, lots of tribute acts, and it's a safe place for people to go and party all day long. And it's even known for hosting, yes, Bad Boy Chiller Crew. So, did you know, as the blue plaque, which is by English Heritage, and it costs a lot to put these bad boys up, but Lord Palmerston, which was the then Prime Minister, laid the first foundation stone for the wool exchange in 1864. So I'm assuming it wasn't made out of wool because it's lasted over 100 years and more. No, 1867. I'm going to have to check the fact on that. But anyway, we're going to head inside Waterstones, which is my ultimate place to go. Let's geek it out. Whilst the hubby's away, yes, Sophie will play in the bookstore. So you've got the City Vaults over there, the Peace Museum that way, and you've even got Bradford Industrial Museum. But the best place to learn about history, if you're not heading to the library in City Square, is to head to the bookstore. And of course, for all you wee stoppers and coffee drinkers, there's a gorgeous coffee shop here too. So we're going to have a little pew and a brew. Thanks, love. Oh, cheers. You nearly got rammed. Sorry. Thank you. I just even love the smell of the place. It's like coffees and books, new books. You can't beat the smell of a new book. This is what you don't get online with all these screens. You don't get that new book smell. We're going to have a little walk around and I promise I won't be buying anything. Yeah, right. Let's go. So I've come to my favourite corner of the bookstore, and for once even I'm talking a little bit quieter than normal because there's some seats, not just for me to breastfeed on, but you can read some of the books and have a flick through. This is what a bookstore should always be about. This is really, you get this in London occasionally and it's super busy, super rammed. Here it's rammed full of amazing books, amazing architecture, but also none of those southerners. I love you southerners, but in Yorkshire you'll even get a chat and a brew in a bookstore. So, of course, a rough guide to Yorkshire. And it's for someone like me, a rough lass's rough guide to Yorkshire. I'm not going to read about the sailing clubs. Oh, there's a lot about shopping and how we're known for is railway memorabilia. Got to head to North Yorkshire Moors Railway. I love it there. Steel cutlery, Sheffield, pewter and even Mouseman wood items. And also, I need to take you somewhere special, the home of pottery in Yorkshire at some point. Ooh, right. We could be here a while, camera lass. Take a seat. So one of the places you might be thinking, why hadn't she mentioned the National Science and Media Museum in Bradford? Well, sadly, it's temporarily closed until summer 2024. So if you're watching after that, there's tons of new exhibitions in store for you over there. But that's on the southern edge of the city. And outside of it, there's a statue of J.B. Priestley. And also inside is the first IMAX cinema, and it's super interesting to go to because Bradford, of course, is the city of film, the UNESCO city of film, but also the Bradford Movie Makers, one of the oldest filmmaking clubs in the world, which even has a documentary after them. Anyway, enough facts about Bradford. I'm finding out more facts. I could be here all day, but we're gonna look upstairs. For Christmas, Danny bought me a share in the birthplace of Bronte, And then I got so excited, I bought all our girls. So we have Athena, Summer, Jasmine and Ariana, so that I had to count how many girls we have. 4 girls. I bought all of them a share in the Bronte Birthplace campaign because my friend Krista Ackroyd is helping that, and to basically reopen the birthplace of Bronte. Yet the Bronte Birthplace campaign aimed to restore and transform the terraced house in Thornton, Bradford, turning it into a social and educational space. And basically it's going to encourage local lasses to be more Bronte, to give them the opportunities if they don't have them, to get involved in literature, arts, culture, and it is literally for everyone. And Charlotte, Emily and Anne, they shocked the literary world in the mid-19th century with their unflinching portrayals of Victorian life depicted in novels such as Wuthering Heights, set on the bleak and beautiful Haworth Moors. So of course Haworth is in the Bradford district as well, but we're staying local right in the city centre. I am reading all about the literary sisters in 101 places in Bradford that you shouldn't miss. So I'm just making sure, because I like to know my facts, that we aren't missing anywhere in the city centre. But one place that I did not tell you about is the police museum. So doing time in the cells, so this must be one of Bradford's best kept secrets. It was, I didn't know about it, not even my facts knew about it. Located in the original 19th century police station in City Hall. So we've been there, and staffed by a small team of volunteer guides, many of whom are retired police officers, complete with Victorian cells, custody suite and a magnificent courtroom. The history here is tangible as you're transported back in time to walk in the footsteps of villains and murderers right here in Bradford. Don't think I need to go that far back. You're right, camera lass up there, yes. You've got the baba up there whilst I have a little snoop around and head to the loo as well. And honestly, I could geek out all day here. The War of the Roses. I love that. A bit of manifestation, right? I'm nipping to the bog. See you in a bit.
Teach you proper, right?
Yeah, we're going to teach you. Is this the proper English?
Absolutely. I was first going out with my husband. He got me a book about 5 o'clock. Yeah, about teach yourself basic broad Yorkshire. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And I tried it, but I was living in Durham at the time, and I ended up doing North Yorkshire, and he told me to stop because that wasn't allowed.
That wasn't, yeah, it's got to be the right part of Yorkshire. Well, you're in a good part, Bradford. It's raining, it's pouring, Bradford is snoring. Yes, I'm at Bradford Cathedral, and it's quite impressive here because not only is it a stunning place inside, but here on the hillside is where Bradford got its name, because the cathedral overlooked the Broad Ford, which is where Bradford comes from. Right, let's head to Little Germany. So we're now in the home of wool, pretty much. Yes, the merchants area. It's Little Germany, which is now full of office buildings, but there's still so much heritage here. And Athena, we want to go inside for some tea, don't we? Let's grab a bite to eat. Welcome to the world of pure imagination. Sorry, I keep saying Sunnybank Mills, that's somewhere in Leeds. I'm here in Bradford, and this place is worthy of its name in its own right. Sunbridge Wells, not Sunnybank Mills, this is Sunbridge Wells, Bradford's underground quarter. So it has the Walls Brewery that's been here a very long time, and they used to have underground parties, but now it is still an entertainment hub with bars, restaurants and still the brewery where you can sit and drink at the bar. It's definitely worth a look around. Went out and about getting some retail therapy in Bradford. You can't forget all the fabulous markets, from Kirkgate Market to Wholesale Market at St James, but of course it's the home of Asian shopping. It is all the bazaars that catch my eye. Yeah, there are so many bazaars. There's a big Bradford Bazaar in the city centre, and out on the outskirts there's all sorts of bazaar complexes. Definitely worth going if you want to buy an outfit or some material or special occasion wear.